Me and my crew, we stayed in lit. Pull up on the scene, we ain't say shit. Paddock on my wrist, top bitch shit. No one looking good, head, now you can hit. Don't treat me like no lame bitch. Approach me like a bad bitch. Niggas I fuck, we ain't average. Ice me out, nigga, cause I'm a fucking savage. Pull up with that baggage. Alright, we are back with another episode. And today I got the one and only, the girl, the hookah mama is in the building. My best friend, my booski, and I'm gonna let her tell you guys a little more about herself. Let them know where you from, who you related to, what you done. Let them know.
You want people on the spot like that?
Period. Go ahead.
Okay, y'all. I am Becky, aka the Hookah Mama. I have a mobile hookah business that's doing really well. I'm from Baltimore. Some people, a lot of my followers and stuff know me as Tammy's sister. I was featured on the show with the Flockas from WeTV. I did little pop-up scenes in Love and Hip Hop.
Period.
Growing up hip hop, little pop-up scenes, but you know. So that's who I am. Young entrepreneur,
strong black woman. She's a mother. She's a great damn mother. A great business owner, entrepreneur. And I just really love her because she's just always like a real like, I don't know if I can cuss on here. She a real down to earth person. Like when I first met her, I just knew that was gonna be my best friend. Period. And so I'm starting a series about the fatherless, and it's like, what was my life growing up without a father, and what was her life growing up without her father? And because I feel like now today generation, we're so discombobulated, we're so misled, I feel like for me, I was lost for a long time because I didn't know like what it was to have a father. You know what I'm saying? Because my daddy didn't want me. My daddy wanted my mom to have an abortion, and my mom didn't believe in abortions. So I felt like growing up, like I feel like I had to deal with that, like, damn. And then I was gay. So I was gay. I was a black young man without a father. I had a stepdaddy, but he wasn't shit. So, did you have a father? If you did, how was it? If you did not, what was your life growing up?
So my dad died when I was 14, and being raised by my mother, my sisters, my grandmother, I was raised by really strong black women. And sometimes I hate using that term because when you think of strong, you think of masculine. But I had very strong black women in my life, and they were so active. I think it kind of blindsided me from noticing that I didn't have my dad there. I have been around my dad, I want to say maybe 5 times I could remember. And the times that I was around him, he's a really good guy. When I was 12, I found out through my cousin, picking at me, that my dad was an addict. And I didn't know my daddy was an addict. Like when she said that, I was like, you ain't talking about my damn daddy. Like, and I'm a kid, So maybe a little younger than 12. Let's say about 10 is when I found out. And I ended up asking my mom about it, and then she ended up telling me the truth. Even at 10, she told me the truth. Like, yeah, he's strung out. But when I was around him, I never seen it. Maybe I didn't know what I was looking for, but I never noticed it. But the times that I was around him, he was a good dad.
So it was like those 5 times was great memories. So he showed you like. And I can respect that because even though, hey, I might be an addict, I still have a job to do. I still have to show up for this little person that I made. And I think for me, that's more powerful than knowing your dad is alive and he ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, that's just like, my dad can be the biggest crackhead in life. I don't give a fuck. But when you show up for me, you show up as my father, and I feel protected. I feel safe. I feel like someone cares. And I feel like this generation, we're just so lost. So, and piggyback off what you said about not necessarily your mother and your sisters being strong, masculine, I think is that our mothers and our sisters, they have such a whatever it takes attitude. So like my kids gotta eat, I gotta figure this shit out. My daughter gotta eat, I gotta figure this shit out. I got bills to pay. And their daddy not there. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's more sort of mindset. So my other question is, do you feel like your life would have turned out differently if your father was alive and in your life? Or did you have other positive male roles figures that help you understand what a real man father was?
I believe that life would be different if I had my dad. You know, I'd probably be a little more softer, I think. I probably wouldn't have been in many relationships if I had my dad being there. Like, I went through a lot of relationships and I dealt with a lot of shit that I probably should have walked away from. What was the other question? Do you think my life would have been different if my dad was there?
And did you have any other positive male figures in life?
I watched my mom date a lot. I watched her date a lot of guys. They wasn't all so bad except for one I couldn't stand. I tried to kill him. She had one boyfriend. Well, two. I think it was Terry. Terry was the guy that he was around when I was little, and I used to call him dad. And he was a very good father figure, but that wasn't my dad. And also, I don't put my business out there, but he had a family. He had a whole nother family.
Mm-hmm.
So
he was living two lives.
Mm-hmm. So he wasn't my dad, but he was very active. And then later down the line, my mom started dating this guy named Prince, who was very active too. And I probably was like, maybe about 15 when she started dating. No, hell no, I'm tripping. I probably was like 12 when they started dating. And he's still around to this day. He's called me his daughter. I feel like he's been very active, but they never was the guys that be like, hey, this is the type of guy you should date, or don't date this guy, or this is the qualities you should look for in a man. Like, they wasn't like that. They was just like very welcoming, very like, you know, take care of us type. But they was my mom and boyfriends. She had Ola too. She married an African named Ola. When I was Mom was married 5 times. She married an African named Ola. And Ola took care of us too. Him and my mom used to fight a lot. We used to fuck him up though. We used to bank him. Me, Tammy, my mama, we would fuck him up in the house. But outside of that, not trying to shy away from that. Outside of that, he was a good provider for us. Yeah. And
I think for me, because my mother was married to her ex-husband from the time I was 5 years old till I was 18, 19. And I could say like same thing. Like, he was a great provider. He was all of that. But he was never the type to like really take me in and like, this is my son. You know, of course he married my mother, so you marry the mother, you marry the kids. But he still was never like, we never had like daddy and son time. You know, I still always yearned for my real biological father. And I always wonder what that was like, or always wonder like, I just want my daddy to call me. You know, I just want him to pick up the phone, because if like, what got to me was like, damn, what if I die, or what if he die? How we gonna know? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, stuff like that used to get to my head, like, because I remember when I was 16, December 2014, I was stabbed in my neck and left to die in the alley. And at that time, I didn't know, like, if, like, that was a wake-up call, like, damn, like, if I would have left this earth or died, my dad wouldn't know. And my mom always told me, and like my old pastor would always say, it's not the child's fault, or it's not our place to fight for relationship. It's the opposite, where the father should be fighting for the child's relationship. Right. But I'm not the kind of person, because I'm like, I have my dad's number. Like, let me just be the humble one. Let me just reach out to him. Let me be the bigger person. But now I'm 25 years old. I'll be 26. My dad and I went out on good terms. Huh? Monday?
Your birthday Monday?
The first of the year.
Oh, Lord.
I'll be 26.
Yeah,
and yeah, yeah, that's her baby father calling her right now. And so my next question is, do you believe there's a difference between a dad and a father?
I mean, yeah, I want to say yeah, because, you know, I guess the father is the ones that take care of you, or vice versa, however you look at it. And then you got your dad, the one that made you.
That made you.
So, or sperm donors, whatever you want to call them.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I believe there's a difference. And, yeah, just, you got the one that made you, and you got the one that take care of you, or the one, or sometimes they're the same thing. Yeah.
Okay. I agree as well. I do believe that there's between a father and a dad, because my dad is like, that's a man that I can call, I can look up to. My father, you just made me. So yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a baby father?
Yes, I do have a baby daddy. And that's exactly what he is, a baby daddy. I was with my baby daddy, well, my ex-husband, I ain't gonna call him baby daddy. I was with my ex-husband for 17 years. I was married with
How old were you when you guys met?
Oh, God.
And what age did y'all get married?
When I met him, I was 14. He was older, a lot older. But I was 14 when I met him, and he was my first.
Mm-hmm.
And we met in Baltimore, and he ended up moving to Atlanta a little bit after I did, you know, for my daughter, and we was together. But throughout the last end of the years, like towards the end of the relationship, my relationship with my baby dad was weird as hell. But we ended up getting married here in Atlanta, and then after that, it's like everything went
downhill.
Down. And the sad part for me is that when I decided to leave him and separate from him, he showed me his bitterness. Like, when he moved out the apartment, he left me with bills. He left me with, you know, not helping with
just
Yuri.
High and dry.
Just high and dry, because he was mad that I was done with him. So, yeah, he showed me who he is, and he still kind of be like on very much bitter shit. Like, he does some fuck shit, and I ain't really about to get into it too much about the shit that he does. But he's one of those. My sister wrote a song called Baby Mama.
Mm-hmm.
And that describes him. So around the time we were going through that, then she came out, she wrote that song, and she was like, she called me, she's like, you gonna love this song. And it was like, it was it.
But besides him being bitter with you, would you say he's a good father to your daughter? He's active in her life?
I feel like he's active in her life, and he's very active in her life. No, I'm lying. She communicates with him, and like, she'll come to get me, but it won't be like I'm coming to get her. You feel what I'm saying? Like, she got to call him like, come and get me. But a lot of shit that he does that he think affects me is affecting her. You feel what I'm saying? Like, for example, I needed a tire for my car. And it was like fucking $50 tire. And I'm like, mind you, I'm the one that take her to school, take her to all her doctor's appointments, take her to everything. And I call him like, yo, send me $50 so I get my tire. He's like, oh, they ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm like, fuck you, man, ain't got nothing to do with you. I ain't got nobody else to call right now. You're her dad.
Mm-hmm.
He like, they ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm like, okay, cool. That's cool. I ain't tripping on that. He turned around. I ended up getting the tire. This nigga turned around and asked me, could he hold my car? That's the type of time he be on. And then, you know me, like, as your friend, you know that I got a type of heart where people feel comfortable calling me because I'm a giver. Like, yeah. But yeah, he do spiteful shit like that, and then just be petty because he feel like I might need him at that point. So I just said, fuck him. He don't even want to. He don't give me no money. He don't do no nothing. She just call him
and I don't understand why men think that's okay. Because I have a cousin. My cousin, by her baby father, she got 3 kids. His first son, 2 daughters.
Mm-hmm.
And he's so bitter towards her, but he don't understand that's affecting the kids. You know what I'm saying? Then you went and started a new family.
Mm-hmm.
Got your new baby mother pregnant, and you don't even see your own kid.
It was crazy. Is my own baby daddy's about to have a baby too. But I actually, crazy thing about it, I love his baby mother. Him, I can't stand. Like when I communicate, with him, he just real.
If you a baby father and you bitter towards your baby mother, you need to fix that. Cause I feel like that's just not right. The kids have nothing to do with you and the baby mother's relationship. Y'all are 2 grown adults. The kids don't got nothing to do with it. You need to go fix that. If you're the bitter baby mother, you need to go and fix that too. Yeah. Because I've met some bitter baby mothers.
Yeah, they got bitter baby
You know
mamas.
what I'm saying? Because the daddies be trying.
They definitely got bitter
and
mamas.
y'all be so mad because he don't want to be with you no more. He done moved on. He done grew. I don't know. But you gotta stop being bitter towards him because it's affecting that child. Then y'all want to take him to court, put him on child support, make it seem like he's not doing his job. No, baby, he gave you $500 and you went and bought you a new purse.
But this is the thing, like with my baby father, I call because I don't want to put him on child support because I don't believe in that. Like I don't believe in the child support. I don't believe in just because I'm so prone to keeping the black man like safe.
Yeah.
So and even though he don't do shit. And I should put him on child support. I call his mom, like, can you please talk to him? And his mom say, no, just put him on child support. His mother and his stepfather said that. She said, put him on child support. And I said, but I don't want to do that. Like, my resort is calling you so you could talk to him. She said, well, I don't know what to say to him. That's what his mama said. And if your mother says that, that's a whole different type of level. But I still haven't done it just because my heart don't want to do that to him. And I can't even get a token. I told him give me $100 a week. He won't even give me that.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. Don't stop me from being a mother. Don't stop my hustle. Don't stop me from taking care of my daughter. Don't stop none of that. He's just a bitter baby dad. But he have her now. He have her at this moment. He had it for this weekend. And this is the first time he's seen her probably in 2 months, maybe. So
maybe he'll grow.
I hope so.
And pray for him and just pray that God heals his heart. I don't know.
Yeah. Please.
I know for me, this is a question. I know for me, do you feel like some of your failed relationships have anything to do with your dad not being in your life or being active? Which I think you already answered that earlier. You say yes. And I agree with you.
Yeah, throughout the past couple of years after my husband, I've been in like 3 or 4 relationships since my husband, and real relationships.
Toxic.
Very much toxic.
Very toxic. I agree.
Toxic. Very much toxic. I've been like 3, 4 relationships. Even my social media may have seen some on because I posted it quick. But I honestly can say that all my exes are still cool, except for the last one. The last one y'all see me with, last one I was lovey-dovey with. No, we're not cool anymore. But the other ones, I still talk to. Occasionally they reach out through like social media, or really don't call, but they're still cool. I feel like not having like a man figure. I have brothers though, but all my brothers are way older than me. But I never really had like a man to sit down. No, I had one guy that I was talking to, and this before I even started having sex. This before I met my daughter's father, and me and him actually still cool to this day. And even though down the line we end up hooking up, but when I was young, I was 13, 14 years old, and this guy was very much older than me. And I don't know why, but I always it's something about older, like, and it's fucked up. I'm not condoning it.
I was the same way too, though. I ain't even gonna lie to you.
It's cool. It's just like in my time zone, I just had a lot of older friends and stuff. But it was this guy that I was dating that was a lot older than me, and I remember coming to him and I was like, I want you to be my first, and he was like, no. He said, I'm not the guy. I'm not the guy for you. I'm not the guy to do that with you. And he was like, but I really do care about you. He was like, and I want you to know that some guys are bad. You know, some guys out here that's not going to treat you right. Some guys that want you for one thing. But I'm so young and naive that I'm just looking at him like, oh, I'm so in love with him. He was light-skinned with dreads. He had goals. He was Jamaican and Irish, like the finest thing I ever see. So I'm hanging out with him all the time, but we didn't hook up till like about 17, maybe 18. But that's the only guy I could really remember ever trying to like teach me something when it comes to men. But no, I never really had no man really sit down and tell me like the aspects of a man. Like I had to really learn that as I went and as I started to grow. And but while I was with my baby daddy, my ex-husband, he was a good guy. I feel like all my exes were good. They just had them qualities, them nigga qualities. Like, you know, men cheat, women cheat. It's basic shit, but they wasn't that bad.
Okay. I think for me, majority of my exes, traumatized because I beat them up or.
That's crazy. I did a couple fighting though. I hate to say it. But
the reason why it got there is because I'm real. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm real. I'm blunt. I'm forgiving. I'm very understanding. But I give you just ask for 3 things. That's honesty, respect, and don't lie to me. You know what I'm saying? And so when I go above and beyond for you, and I'll split the Red Sea for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I'll give you shirt from my back. And the one thing you can't do is respect me. You can't tell me the truth.
Yeah. I don't think men really understand that when we ask for the truth, we really want and maybe some women can't handle it. Maybe some women can't handle it, but I'm one of the women that can handle it. Like, if I ask you to be honest with me...
Just be honest.
Be honest. Because I'm a different type of girl. Like, I ain't tripping on a lot of shit that a lot of women be tripping on because I'm just trying to get some money.
And because and then you tell me the truth, I won't look stupid. Like, if we out at a party, you know what I'm saying, and somebody comes to me something, and I can tell them I already know that because my man told me. Right. It's already been discussed. Versus then later down the line, I'm out in public and I'm with my nigga and I'm looking fucking stupid because he's sleeping with A, B, and C and he done did this. And it's like, I'm looking like Boo Boo the fucking fool. You know what I'm saying? Just like, no. Because I feel like, and I know with me being a Capricorn, I would dive in relationships head first. I wouldn't really get to know that person. I wouldn't really get to understand him or learn him. I'm kind of learning him as I go. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, then, you know, like, pretty much saying, the honeymoon phase is over. He doing shit, it's pissing you off. You're like, ugh, go home, nigga. Get the fuck away from me. Like, go find you something to do. And I feel like now, I'm not doing that no more. Like, I'm actually, like, wanting to know you because I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like our generation, everybody talk about smoking. Like, I guess that's like a, what's that word called? It's kind of like a
necessity.
Not a necessity, but a bonding. Like, you can smoke and bond with that person.
Yeah.
I'm more so like, let's go out, have a drink. I want to see you in every atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because you can put on a facade for so long, and I'm so real. Like, I'm the same today, tomorrow. I will never change. Like, I'm not one of people where I'm finna act like somebody I'm not. I don't care, you know what I'm saying? I feel like some people, they can't handle that. Like, a lot of niggas, and I'm not insecure, I'm very confident. Like, I'm just a bad bitch, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm not gonna be looking like, where do I fit in that? You know what I'm saying? Or act like somebody I'm not. Like, I'm not gonna get with the Joneses. I'm not that person. I am who I am. And you gonna hate me, love me, but you're going to enjoy me, period. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like especially in Atlanta, so many people are caught up in all of
hype. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you don't have to wear designer to be that bitch. You don't have to drive a Benz to be that bitch. You don't have to be living in a fucking mansion to be that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not about that. You can be a motherfucking boss living in a motherfucking 1-bedroom apartment.
Period.
It don't matter where you live at. Cause who know your credit score, boo? Who know what's in your bank account?
You crazy.
Seriously.
Lucky for me, I haven't ever dealt with like a man that was. I mean, I dealt with men cheat with every relationship I've been cheating on, but I didn't. I've learned that dealing with those situations, which is probably a real bad habit that I picked up, it's like with me now is one strike you out. Mm-hmm. You do one thing and you out, and I'm kind of sad that I picked up that habit. Even though it's very much off topic than what we're supposed to be talking about, but that's where I'm at.
When you say one strike, that strike can be as far as what though? Like you see something, you don't like it, y'all talk about it, or like what's the scenario?
When it comes to not being honest.
Okay. So what if he comes to you and say, "Hey, I'm separated. Me and my wife are separated. We still live together. We sleep in separate rooms, right?" Do you believe him? Are you still wanting to deal with that?
I'm gonna say this, because I lived that life. Like with my ex-husband, I lived like, we do so off topic right now.
That's
but
okay.
I lived that life with living in a house with my ex-husband and being in an entire relationship. I did it with 2 relationships. I did it with the Jamaican guy I was with for 2.5 years, and I did it with my ex-boyfriend that's that live in Virginia. And they both knew that me and my ex-husband was living in the same house. We were sleeping in separate rooms, and they dealt with it. However, today, maybe prior to today, like maybe years ago, I could have, but today, no. Like I'm not settling for like just anything. Like when you come to me, I need you to have your shit together. Because even though, and not necessarily like, I'm in a place where I'm not exactly where I want to be, but I know exactly where I'm going to be tomorrow. I know exactly where I'm going. Yeah. And I need somebody that's on that same level. Mindset. Like, I ain't asking for a fucking millionaire, trillionaire, billionaire. I just need somebody to know where the fuck they're going. Yeah. And a lot of shit I just can't accept today. Yeah. Like, I'm not about to argue about no bitch. I'm not about to argue about no nigga. I'm not about to argue about no petty ass shit. We're just gonna be focused, and we're gonna get all the other shit it's gonna be alright. Cause I really feel like all of that stuff, that's so high school. Very much. It's elementary. Like, we grown. Very much. We should be arguing about no niggas or no bitches. Like, we should really be arguing about my credit score is dropped 5 points. What the fuck happened? You know what I'm saying? Like, we should be investing into each other. We should be growing. We should be growing and invest in properties. Like, we should be on a different way, a different level. That's how I feel. Well, back on topic.
What do you feel like the difference is from 80s, 90s fathers from like 2000s to today fathers? What changed?
You know what I want to say? I honestly want to say this, that I feel like today dads are much better than 80s and 90s dads.
You think so?
I think so. And it's just from my personal experience, like my personal bubble. Like, for example, I watched my nephew, hold on, let me take that back. I gotta take that back. I want to say it's probably maybe somewhat the same. This is from my personal experience, because I watched my brother Daryl, my brother Twan. They were single dads. I watched both of them get their daughters up for school. Their the mothers wasn't there. They do their daughter's hair, cook them breakfast, get them dressed for school, bathe them, and this was their everyday life. Like, I watched my brothers do that, and was single fathers from the newborn baby, all the way out. And that's something I ain't never seen. Like, they were single dads and they had daughters. And then and today I watched, like, my nephew Tony. I watch him, and not just Tony. I got my homeboy Plank. His name Plank in Baltimore. I watched them take in kids that wasn't theirs and raise them kids as their own, and also, you know, continue to have children with the women they was with. And even with them, well, my nephew's still with his big mother, but even with my homeboy Plank, he separated from his girl and he still take care of her son like that's his. You know what I'm saying? And I watched them be very active, and I see a lot more nowadays though. A lot of dads be on like social media fighting for their children, and I watched a video where the guy popped up at the baby party at Chuck E. Cheese, and the baby mama packed up the whole party and left because she didn't want him to be there, probably because or whatever they had going on, which I feel like that was fucked up. But I see a lot of dads today fighting for their children and wanting to be their children alive, and then to go back to the situation with the bitter baby mamas, like they be on some weird shit. And I know that no matter how angry I could be at my baby father for the shit that he don't do, I could never ever tell him that he can't have it. I might threaten him. I'll threaten him real quick with some child. I'm like, nigga, wait till you get that child support paper in the mail, knowing damn well I ain't filed it, but that's because I just want him to do better. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll be like, don't say shit when I tell you can't see your daughter, but that's just me acting out of frustration because I just want you to do more. I need you to do more. I need you to take a load up off me. But he's not seeing it that way. But I do see a lot of dads fighting for their children. And I try to explain to my baby father all the time, like, yo, it's a lot of fucked up baby mamas out here just doing shit just cause. Like, I feel like you got one of the best baby mamas ever. You should want to do what the fuck you supposed to do. Yeah. And I'm giving you the bare minimum. Yeah. I ask for $100 a week. I'm asking for the bare fucking minimum. So, I don't know. I hope they get together.
I don't know. I guess that's her side, because for me it was different. Like, I grew up, everybody that I knew, majority of men, they was not taking care of their kids. Yeah. They was not, like, they was running from their responsibility. And even some guys that I know today, like today's generation, they just, I don't know, they just whack. They sorry. And like a lot of people that I know, like the reason why I came up with this question, because I know 80s daddies and 90s, they might have not been the best dad, but they believe in that family unit. You know what I'm saying? They believed in marrying their spouse, marrying that person, marrying the woman that they have kids with. They believed in that. And so I just think the difference is so many men, because like my daddy, you 37 years old. And you talking about having an abortion. And when I ask him why he talking about having an abortion, he gonna tell me, oh, I don't want no more baby mamas.
I feel like your mom should have told you that.
And it's like, why did you having sex without a condom? Only two things can happen.
Was your mom and the daddy in a relationship?
Yeah. They was together for like 3 years before she had me. And so I just feel like that's fucked up. Like, I would never, ever have a child. And I'm like, no,
But I know that, like, you know, around the 80s, there was like crack time.
The crack era.
Crack era. And having a dad, like, a lot of people were strung out. I know, like, especially in Virginia, a lot of people in the 80s, New York, all that shit. A lot of parents was like, I feel like the generation is so different. Like, even with us not having our dad, or even sometimes my mama won't always date, because my mom was on drugs too. So my grandma, thankfully that I really didn't get time like to really experience it too much, because I was so little. But my sisters, they got to see it more than I did. But everybody grandma raised them. So I think that's why I really don't, and maybe that's just my mindset, the way I view things. Even with me not having a dad there, I can't miss something that I've never had. So maybe it don't affect me And that's probably just the mindset that I developed, you know.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably just the mindset
Yep.
that I developed just to be strong about it, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But I love my dad, you know, no matter what mistakes that he done made, or you know. And my siblings, I'm the youngest on my dad and my mom's side, and my brothers, my daddy's sons, and my sisters will always tell me that my daddy loved me more than he loved them. And really, because he wasn't around, I wouldn't know, you know. But this is something they will always tell me. They were like, "Daddy loved you more than any of us. He loved you more, like you was his little girl." And I love hearing that, because even though y'all got to spend more time with him, I love to know that, you know. And that's why I love hearing that. Like, I want him to love y'all too, like he loved me. But I love
it just made you feel that
good.
special.
Yeah, it made me feel
it's
good
like that
to
little
know.
hole in your heart.
Yeah, like it ain't like that he wasn't here because he didn't want to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He just had his own shit that
Personal
he went on in his
battle.
life, but I was always thought of, you know.
Yeah.
I was always in his heart. So that was a good thing. And then when my dad died, when I was 14, and but hold on, this is the thing though, because my dad kind of set me up though. Before he died, he kept saying, you know, make sure you straight when I leave, so you ain't gonna know what I want for nothing. Make sure I'm straight. Make sure he's straight. He kept telling me he was sick, and a couple days before he died, I ended up talking to him, and they was telling me that he was having, is it dementia?
Dementia? Where he didn't remember?
He didn't remember.
Yeah.
And I was talking to him, and then we ended up getting into an argument, because I'm 14. I don't even know what the fuck dementia is. And I'm cussing. I'm like, who is you talking to? Like, what are you talking about? And I fussed him out so bad. And then I ended up talking to one of the nurses, and she ended up explaining to me, like, what had happened and why he was reacting like that. And I had packed my bags to go see him before he died. I got to the airport, and they did a security check. It was like a couple years ago, I think a little bit after 9/11. So they, you know how they would do like random security checks on different people.
Mm-hmm.
And they did a security check on me and caused me to miss my flight. So I was so angry, but I ended up calling him. And when I went to call him, they was like, he had slipped into a coma. And I was like, okay. I said, well, just put the phone to his ear, because they were like, he could, you know, he could still hear you. And I was like, put the phone to his ear. I just want to, you know, say something to him. And let me get emotional. And they put the phone to his ear, and I say, Daddy, I love you very much. If you're tired and you can't hold on anymore, you know, you waiting for me to get there, you can't hold on no more, it's okay. Like, we're gonna see each other again, we're gonna meet again, and you know, just go on. And this is me being 14, being strong as fuck. And 4 o'clock that morning, my daddy died.
Oh.
Yeah, my daddy died, y'all. My daddy left me. But I'm actually kind of like,
Yeah, somebody knocked.
yeah, I did too.
Somebody did knock, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not here.
But I'm actually mad that I wasn't, like, I'm his youngest child, but I'm mad that I wasn't older, because I would have been the one be like, all right, come here, I'm taking care of you, we're gonna nurse you back, we're gonna get you some help, get you some rehab, get you what I can, you know, do whatever I could do. But I know that his, like, besides like his oldest son, my brother Ron, he made it out fine. But my other siblings, my 2 brothers and my sister, they became addicts also. So, and I lost my other brother, one of the addicts, and I lost my sister. So I guess nobody, and then I still got the brother, but he's trying to get his shit together too. But I wish I could have been the one that could be like, come on, you like, I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna be the one that, I'm gonna walk with you on the journey. You're not by yourself. I'm here, you know. I would have been the one that I was going. He would have been the baby, and I would have been the mama. Like, get your shit together. We ain't doing this. I'm gonna help you. We can beat this together. So, but things work out the way they do, and I do love my daddy. I do. I love my daddy.
Okay.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Why do you feel like sometimes fathers, especially in the black community, run from the responsibilities of being a father or being a dad?
I think, and I don't want to make an excuse for them. I don't want to make an excuse for them, but I sympathize with black men a lot. And I think that's probably why I won't put my own baby daddy on child support, even though I feel like I should. But I sympathize with black men a lot, even though they don't really sympathize with black women. But that's another story for another day. And I feel like some have like a lot of mental issues. I feel like some
a lot of trauma.
A lot of trauma. I feel like a lot of them wasn't raised properly. I feel like, you know, the lack of them not having a dad. And I do sympathize with them. I don't want to make an excuse for the motherfuckers though, because y'all niggas need to step y'all shit up. Hey, bro. I want them to be better. I want them to be great. You know, why do they run? I don't know. But I don't know why they run.
I think that they're afraid of failure. I think they're afraid of failure. They don't know what it's like. They don't know what real love is.
Maybe.
Some men, I feel like some men think that love is buying gifts, you know, and you can't buy your child's love with gifts.
Yeah.
It's the intimate moments, it's the little things, you know, like taking your daughter's son to the park, taking your daughter's son for ice cream every Sunday. I watched today. I was laying down. I was watching the video of this little 2-year-old boy. He won't go into daycare until his daddy drive by in his truck, and he knew his daddy was coming at each time, like what time each day, and it just brought tears to my eyes. But it's like he's gonna remember that for the rest of his life. And he will never forget that. And that little thing right there made him respect his dad so much more. Because he felt important, he felt valued, he felt like I'm worthy. I feel like a lot of times, even for me, I'm 25 years old and I'm single, and I feel like, am I worthy enough to be in a successful relationship? Because yes, I love myself and I'm great, but it's like, what is it that causes me to be this way? And I think it's because
the lack of love that you didn't get from your dad.
Yes. And it's like I'm clingy. And I'm not clingy. I'm just, and some people don't like clingy, but it's just like I want to make sure that my partner feels that love. You feel that I value you. You feel that I love you. You feel complete. You feel, because men will tell you one thing, but it don't always be true, you know? So I feel like I kind of overbear them. And
I'm clingy too.
Like, you want to see your man every day?
I want to live in my man's skin.
See? I'm like that too.
I want to live in his skin, but I think, and I'm so grateful for my team, like, when I say my team, my family, I'm so grateful for the women that I do have, not just the women, the love that I get from my siblings, my brothers, my friends. Like, I think I trained myself to look at things always from a positive aspect. I never look at the things that I didn't have or the love that I didn't receive. I'm just so joyful and thankful for the love that I do have and the love that I did receive and the things that I learned. I don't feel like I missed out. Like, no, I didn't have my dad. Maybe it could have affected me because I would know how to deal with men more, and maybe if I was loved properly, that I wouldn't have dealt with a lot of shit that I dealt with. And I'm just now figuring it out. But that came from, and this is what it all boils down to. If you want to get real deep, all of how I am now, like if I say one strike, you're out, like, and I got that mentality. This year in 2023, 2023 was a year for me, and this is the year that I learned to love me. So really, I love the love that I have from everybody else, and I'm grateful for it. But I'm not gonna. If somebody decides to stop loving me today, I love myself enough to be able to just keep it moving. I love myself enough to wake up in the morning and be grateful. I love myself the way God loved me.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's like I don't feel like I'm missing out on any outside anything, because I learned to give that to myself. I learned to, so if you see me, somebody told me the other day, like, you glowing? Yeah, I'm glowing. I love me.
Yeah.
I love me. This year. And what's crazy is, like, my friend Solo, she told me, she was like, babe, you don't love yourself. And I got offensive. Like, this probably like last year, I got real defensive with her. I'm like, bitch, what you mean I don't love myself? I love me. But when I would think, I'm like, I take care of myself. My hair look good. My nails done. But I really was like, I had to really look at him like, damn, I can't love myself if I'm dealing with this motherfucker that's stressing me out, and I'm deciding to stick here and allow him to tarnish me for my character, allow him to tarnish my respect, allow him to just do whatever. That's not loving myself. Because if I love myself, I'm like, all right, no, we ain't doing this. This ain't gonna work. I can't say I'm loving myself, but I'm just not taking care of my inner self, or taking care of my mental, or taking care of my body, or taking care of just my spirit. You feel what I'm saying? So, not saying that I would have loved to, had a relationship with my dad. I would have loved to hear him say that he loved me. That would have been a bonus. But the love that I got for myself is just like, all the love that I receive now is just a bonus to the love that I have over myself. And if they decide to take that away today, I'm gonna be fine.
You still gonna remain that?
I'm gonna still remain that girl.
Bitch. Yes.
That girl.
I agree.
I'm her.
And what do you feel like defines a great father, or a great man, or a great dad?
I started dating somebody new, and I started dating somebody new, and I broke up with him. And this could be the toxic part. I know he ain't up here watching. I started dating somebody new, and he's very patient, he's very kind, he's very sweet. He like to sit and communicate. He like to sit and talk. And I think I done conditioned myself to be in this place. Now, I told him, we it's only been a month, so we moved fast. Like, we met one day, 2 days later we was in a relationship. That's the only reason why I broke up with him. But I told him we could still date. I just want to take things really slow. I take it extremely slow, because we was just going like, it was going like that. But I won't leave. I told him, let's step back. Let's take some time and get to know each other. But I won't ever come up, because I know that's the love that I deserve. And that's the love that I need. And that's the love that God had for me. That's what he's given me. It just come with a lot of other shit that I feel like he got to work on for himself, because he's an awesome, great man. I just feel like, because he done dealt with bitter bitches, that he got his traumas too, that I want him to detox and be able to get in a place where he's at at self-love, and any love that he will receive is bonus. And I'm trying to get him to understand that too. But we gonna work on it though. But I love a man. I think that I just described the ideal, the great man, the great father, the great everything. He's patient, he's kind, he's respectful, he's catering. Like, I'm very important to him. I'm a priority to him, and I think that's the love that I would have received from my dad. If he was there, he would be kind, he would be patient, he would be loving, he would be a protector.
So do you think, because I've heard women say this, you can tell how a man would treat a woman by how he treats his kids.
And his mama.
And his mama.
Oh, and that man love his mama. That man love his mama. Like, and that's, I love a man that love his mother. Like, the other day I called him, what you doing? He's like, I'm rubbing my mama's feet. Like, that's it. I love a man that love his mother. A man that love his mama, they up here. I love a man that love his mama.
Okay.
That's it. That's number one. You love your mama, you respect your mama, you treat your mama right. And I've dated a man that didn't have a good relationship with his mama, and that spoke volumes in our relationship because the nigga was a piece of shit to me. So then when I was like, oh, okay, all right, I see this ain't gonna work.
You know what?
But that speaks volumes. The man that take care of his mama, love his mama and stuff. That can be my man.
Period. Anything else you want to talk about? Or anything you want to say? I mean,
I don't know. What do you want to talk about? Book with the Hookah Mama. Let's talk about that.
Period.
Hookah Mama. I don't want to talk too much about what I got going on, but I do got some big stuff coming on as of New Year's.
Okay.
Big blessings, guaranteed back.
Okay.
Securing my bag.
Okay. So is it gonna be like?
I just gotta tell y'all. I can't tell y'all today. I ain't ready to tell y'all today. And it was really like, what's crazy is I took a while to tell my family. I took a while to tell them because I kept saying I don't want to talk about it till it's in my hands. I don't want to talk about it, but it's in my hands. Now it's in my hands.
Oh, do I know?
No.
Did you tell me?
No, I didn't tell you.
Oh, are you sure?
I'm positive.
You positive?
I told you.
You might have did.
What is it?
I'm not gonna say it on camera. Is it what you had told me? It's got something to do with the Hookah Mama?
Yeah, that's my business.
Is that what it's referring to?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, you did tell me that.
I don't think I told you. I still don't think I told you yet. But when we cut off, I'm gonna tell you. But however, I got good things working out for me this year. I keep saying I'm gonna make this $1 million by tomorrow, and I manifested that into my life, and that's what's gonna happen.
Period.
And
so this blessing, is it gonna be like national? It's gonna be like?
No, right now it's just Atlanta based.
Okay, yeah, you did tell me this. I know what you're talking about. Period. Good things
Right
coming.
now it's Atlanta based.
Big blessings. You can follow her on social medias. Her personal page is 9.20.6. You gotta spell it out. NINE.20.6. Her
words.
business page is the Hookah Mama.
Yep.
Follow her on social media platforms. Book her for your next event. She's a mobile hookah.
Yep.
Period. Pull up at all event, however.
And I'm gonna
Period.
keep y'all updated. And then before we close out, I just want to give my thanks to God.
Yeah, God has been
Very walking
here.
with me on this journey.
Strong.
I'm telling you.
Showing out. Period.
God walking with me every day, and I ain't want people like, oh, I'm gonna talk about God, but God's been walking with me on my journey, y'all.
And He's been through your ups and your downs.
For real, and He's been keeping
That
me
rock.
grounded.
Absolutely.
So I am grateful for God, and I give Him all the credit for everything. All the credit for everything. Never ever, even for my lows, never give the enemy the credit. Always give God the credit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
Because I feel like, me personally, I talk about God. I don't care. I will talk about God all day, every day. I had to learn that I used to be thinking like, why do life allow us to hit them lows? And God told me, if you always on your high horse, how do you know that my power is still true? You never hit a low.
Period. Absolutely.
And that made so much sense. I was like, God, why am I always going through the same shit, or I'm hitting these low points? He had to tell me, like, God can never show up and show out if you're always on your high horse.
Period.
And so with that being said, y'all stay prayed up, continue to manifest life, because everything that I've ever spoken to existence, I've seen come to pass.
I ain't even gonna hold you.
And it's like, I believe in deja vu, but it's like, no, you pray for this and you dream this. The Bible says that his children, we dream dreams and we prophesy. And I've seen that come to play. I've seen that happen in real life. And it's like, when you get in that moment, you're like, wow, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's just amazing how life works.
For sure. That's how I feel. I feel like when they say you take one step, God take two. So I feel like that's where I'm at right now. And I feel like I'm finally hitting 30. I'm finally where the fuck I need to be. I wish I had like the same mindset and the same everything 5, 6, 7 years ago, because I'll be 10 steps ahead of where I'm at now. Thank you. I'll be 10 steps ahead of where I'm at now, but I guess I'm where I'm supposed to be.
And where you need to be.
At this time.
Because it's not our time, it's God's time.
Absolutely. Who said that? Sha'Carri Richardson? When she had her speech the other day, and she was like, it ain't about when they want it down, how people want it down. Yes, when God say, what God say, that's what it is. Yes, so,
I agree.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you had me here.
Thank you for coming. Oh, she keep calling me. Thank you for coming. This is the first episode to the Fatherlessness series. I'm thankful. My beautiful best friend, the one and only. Period. Okay? We outside. And don't forget to follow her on her social medias. And book her. Book the Hookah Mama. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. And that ends the episode.
Peace out.